We've seen how strange things can get at night. Well, things are about to get a whole lot stranger.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 creepiest things caught on police dashcam.
We're inside it! We're in it, guys. We're in it right now. Okay, now drop down! Stop! Drop it down!
Number 10. Kidnapped Mother. In February of 2014, law enforcement were on the hunt for a Cadillac believed to have been involved in a kidnapping in Richmond, Virginia.
They have this be on the lookout all over the country. And authorities at a rest stop in South Carolina just about 5.5 hours later see that vehicle.
Around 6 p.m. on February 25th, highway patrol officers identified a car matching that exact description at a rest stop in South Carolina. A dashcam recording from one of the police cars showed an officer cautiously approaching the vehicle.
Let's say the trooper backs up. I mean, he doesn't know what's going to happen when he opens this trunk. He has no idea what's going to happen.
Upon popping the trunk, he discovers the abducted woman lying inside, unhurt. Turns out she was, in fact, the mother of the driver and suspect in the kidnapping, 20-year-old Rogelio Lopez. Lopez was apprehended by the police while his mother received medical attention.
What a story. After having been kidnapped 5 hours in the back of this trunk, she is saved.
Number 9. Texarana train explosion. This footage from 2005 depicts Texarana, Arkansas police officer Randy McAdams driving down a dark, lonely road in response to a dispatch call.
Officer Randy McAdams responds to a dispatch report about a collision at the train yard.
Derailment. Go to TAC 1.
But on his way, he can tell something is wrong.
At first glance, one might anticipate a ghostly figure emerging from the darkness onto the road. But the eerie element in this scenario isn't what you might think. Instead, McAdams starts to pick up a chemical smell.
2-9. I've got some kind of chemical smell. I'm backing up.
He doesn't realize that the smell is a layer of propylene from a tanker that's spreading along the ground.
Unbeknown to him, 2 trains had collided earlier, leaking a flammable gas into the atmosphere. Within moments, there is a deafening explosion, and a huge fireball lights up the sky ahead. Luckily, McAdams backs up before the flames can get to where he is.
It just lit up like daylight, and then it started rolling back, igniting all the fog, which was all across there, so I had to quickly back up to get out of the burn zone.
It's a truly unnerving sight that is sure to linger in any mind. Number 8. Toddler runs down a highway. Few things are quite as terrifying as the thought of a helpless toddler running down a highway in the middle of the night.
Deputy Jeremy Gatney of the Lincoln County Sheriff's Office was on a routine patrol when his headlights shone across something running towards him.
That unsettling scenario was captured in this dashcam footage from a police car in Lincoln County, Oregon. On January 9, 2016, Sheriff's Deputy Jeremy Gatney was driving along the highway when his lights illuminated a strange figure running towards his car. At first, he thought it looked like an animal, but it soon became clear that this was a child.
The baby boy ran right up to the bonnet of Deputy Gatney's car, where he was safely recovered and returned to his parents, who were frantically searching.
Gatney quickly stopped his car and rescued the boy, averting a potential tragedy. The toddler had slipped out of a family gathering at a nearby community center and inadvertently ended up on the highway.
The incident was investigated thoroughly and determined to be accidental, and no criminal charges will be brought to the parties involved.
Number 7. Monteceto Mudslides. In 2018, the city of Monteceto in California was hit by devastating mudslides that claimed 21 lives and left millions of dollars worth of damage in their wake.
It was crazy, especially around about 3 o'clock this morning. It was like a war zone.
On January 9th, a pair of California Highway Patrol officers were responding to a dispatch call when they drove right into the path of the mudslide. The powerful wave of mud, trees, and debris sweeps the car off the ground and spins it around.
The fast-moving tide of muck and debris lifted the vehicle off the ground. You can see it's just floating along.
Despite this turmoil, the driver manages to regain control of the vehicle, taking it out of the mud flow and into a safer zone. If you ever wondered what the biblical floods would have looked like, this is probably as close as you'd get.
Get out of here! Get out of here! Get out of here! Go! Go!
Number 6. 2013 More Tornado. For nearly 40 minutes on May 20th, 2013, the city of Moore, Oklahoma was ravaged by a catastrophic tornado.
The tornado that bore down on the suburbs of Oklahoma City today was a monster.
Just a massive tornado here.
Tragically, 24 people lost their lives, and an estimated $2 billion worth of damage was incurred. Greg Norman, a police chief in the neighboring town of Newcastle, recorded this footage on his dashcam, showing the tornado pick up steam as it progresses towards Moore.
3514 to 3501.
The 10-minute footage starts off pretty calm, but as the storm grows in size, so does the chaos. At one point, the wind gets so strong, it looks like Norman's car would get lifted off the ground. Just the thought of the eventual havoc wreaked by the tornado makes this clip terrifying enough. Number 5. Gas explosion. On the 24th of February 2015, residents in a Stafford Township neighborhood in New Jersey detected a gas smell and promptly reported it. As a result, about 75 homes in the area were evacuated and gas workers were brought in to investigate the source of the leak.
While crews tried to find the source, 75 homes were evacuated.
While this was ongoing, a massive explosion rocked one of the houses, hurling fragments several feet into the air. The dashboard camera in a police car parked in the neighborhood captured the horrifying blast just as it occurred.
The natural gas explosion yesterday blowing a house in Stafford Township, New Jersey from its foundation.
Although no life was lost, 15 people were injured in the incident, with at least 2 of them left in critical condition.
The house was under renovation and empty, but 15 people were hurt, including 6 firefighters, as well as 2 utility workers who had to be airlifted to an ER.
Number 4. Close call with lightning strike. They say fame and fortune are as hard to find as a lightning strike. If that's the case, then this police officer may have struck gold.
You might not be experiencing clouds or even rain at the time when a lightning bolt could come down and make contact with you or the surface near you.
Goshen, Mississippi Sergeant Mark Rodriguez must count himself lucky after this close call with Mother Nature. The dashcam from his patrol car captured the moment when a bolt of lightning struck just feet away from him as he drove across a bridge. The encounter was so close that he reportedly even saw concrete fragments flying in the aftermath of the impact. Thankfully, he was unhurt by the experience.
A car is a very safe place to be because there's a metal cage around you. It creates what we call a Faraday cage. And so it might be very loud if you get hit by a bolt of lightning in the car. You'll be safe from the heat and the voltage of that lightning bolt.
If what they say is true, though, Rodriguez may have just secured a future free from any other lightning strikes. Number 3. Highway plane crash. Look, up in the sky. It's a bird, it's a plane, it's actually a plane?
I looked over, I saw the plane coming, he was wobbling like this.
Those thoughts probably ran through the minds of 2 police officers in Pinellas County, Florida on November 19th, 2017. The cops were responding to an unrelated call in the area when their dashcam captured a small plane approaching in the distance.
The pilot says had it not been for this tree, we wouldn't be seeing any of this. He believes he would have made it.
Gradually, the aircraft gets closer and closer until it seems like it's headed right for them. By a stroke of luck, it flies just over their heads, crash landing into some trees nearby. Despite seeming quite serious, no one was injured in the incident.
Incredibly, pilot Mark Benedict and his passenger walked out unharmed.
Nevertheless, it's an experience that is sure to leave anyone shaken. Number 2. Ghost car. There have been numerous sightings of ghostly figures on the road. But what about ghost cars? This dashcam footage from a police car in Garden City, Georgia, shows the officer in a heated chase with a white vehicle.
We've seen how strange things can get at night. Well, things are about to get a whole lot stranger.
The driver makes an abrupt U-turn, zooming past the cruiser, and is suddenly nowhere to be found. Just like every other ghost interacting with the human realm, the vehicle reappears after a while, only to seemingly drive through a chain-link fence.
The fence at the end means no way out, or does it?
So, could this really have been a phantom car? Well, that is still up for debate. However, one internet user claiming to be a Garden City cop suggests that the driver was later apprehended and potentially charged with a DUI.
Cops are unable to make sense of it. All they see is an intact fence and nothing more than the vanishing taillights of what the Garden City PD has come to call the ghost car.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Clowns. From Pennywise to John Wayne Gacy, clowns have gotten so much bad rep, they're now deeply unsettling to many. So you can imagine that stumbling upon them on a lonely road at night can be quite disturbing.
Creepy clown trend has been an alarming national phenomenon over recent weeks.
Amidst the 2016 clown sightings, 2 police officers in Menasha, Wisconsin responded to a call about 2 creepily dressed individuals chasing drivers.
This dashcam video shows the officers confronting 2 men who were allegedly involved.
The cops pull up to the scene and spot the suspects standing on the sidewalk. For a moment, the clowns remain frozen, staring down the officers as they call out to them. It looks like the start of a B-horror movie. However, the cops are able to take control of the situation, eventually apprehending the 2 men alongside a woman who had reportedly been driving them around.
Police say the worst part is one of the men and the woman driving the car left their 4-year-old at home just so they could go out and scare people.
What's the creepiest things that you've ever witnessed firsthand? Let us know in the comments.